A qualifying life event can make a huge difference. You may be able to purchase a new health insurance policy outside of the usual open enrollment period. So let's see today how you qualify and what to do about it. Welcome. I am your medical bill whisperer. A previous billing manager turned patient advocate, I am committed to bringing answers, insights, and solutions to patients like you. Let's start with some definitions. First, a qualifying life event is a change in your personal or financial circumstances that can make you or a dependent eligible for a special enrollment period, allowing you to enroll in health insurance outside of a normal yearly open enrollment period. What's that open enrollment period? It covers the time when you can enroll in, renew, or change your health plan for the upcoming year. For Medicare patients, if you are new, that period starts 3 months before your birthday month and will end 3 months later. If you already have Medicare, October 15th through December 7th every year is the time when you can make changes to your plan. For employer-supplied plans, the company will decide the details of your coverage as well as the deadline in which to apply to or change one's plan. Most of the time it starts sometime in October until early December for coverage starting the following January the 1st. For the plans that you can buy on the open marketplace, Obamacare, open enrollment lasts from November 1st to January 15th. If you enroll by December 15, your coverage starts January the 1st. If you wait until January 15 to enroll, your coverage will only start February the 1st. And as a reminder, enrollment means your application has been submitted and accepted, and your first month premium was paid and received by your insurance. Now, there are 4 kinds of qualifying life events. Let's go through each one. If you have lost your coverage up to 60 days ago or in the next 60 days, this is a qualifying life event. You got fired or you quit your job. Or you had Medicaid, which is the federal and state program that helps people with limited income, lost that because your income has become too high, or your child has lost CHIP insurance. That is a state program that helps children for families that earn too much for Medicaid but not enough for private insurance. If your subscriber, meaning the main person listed on the policy to whom it was issued, becomes eligible for Medicare or retires or passes away, or if a divorce or separation makes you lose your insurance coverage, that is a qualifying life event. If you turn 26, are no longer listed as a dependent, or no longer qualify for student insurance, can claim qualifying life event. Changes in household. For example, a new baby, adopted child, foster child, stepchild needs to be added to the policy. Or you just got married and want to join your spouse's plan. You may have gotten separated or divorced, and your spouse is not required to keep you on their policy. You turn 26 and can no longer stay on your parents' policy, or you are no longer dependent on your parents' IRS returns. A change in residence is also considered a qualifying life event. For example, you have moved to a new zip code or county. You are back in the US after living overseas. You moved to a different school. You moved from or into transitional housing or are out of incarceration. There are also unusual circumstances. If a serious medical condition has prevented you from enrolling on time, if a natural disaster or national state level emergency has kept you from enrolling on time, these are qualifying life events. If a person working in an official capacity had to help you enroll but instead gave you incorrect or misleading information but prevented you from enrolling on time or at all, this is another event, as would be incorrect information on the enrollment website or technical issues preventing the completion of your application or from enrolling you on time or at all. If you applied for Medicaid or CHIP for your child but your application was rejected after enrollment period ended, rejection letter can help you claim a qualifying event. And if a new dependent must be added to a policy due to a court order, that also qualifies as an event. Some spouses may need enrollment separate due to domestic abuse or violence or spousal abandonment. Now, there's one thing for every single one of those cases. Changes in coverage must be made within 30 calendar days following the qualifying life event date in order to be eligible for that qualifying life event. You do get a break and 60 days if Medicare, Medicaid, or CHIP are involved, but otherwise 30 days is your limit. How to apply for those qualifying life events and hopefully get some form of medical insurance coverage? Well, for Medicare patients, you can get personalized and free assistance with a navigator from a program called SHIP, State Health Insurance Assistance Program, or you may contact Medicare directly. For private insurance plans, you are usually eligible for a program called COBRA, under which your employer is obligated to offer you continued coverage for you and your dependents up to 18 months and sometimes 36. But you may be responsible for payment of the full premiums. I have a special video on that program. And one thing of utmost importance, if you have taken COBRA but decide that the premiums are too high and you stop the COBRA coverage in the middle of a year outside of an open enrollment period, you will not get a qualified life event exception and you will not be able to get another plan until either a new employer gives you a policy or until open enrollment of the open market. And speaking of the open market or the marketplace, Obamacare, enrollment can usually be done best online through healthcare.gov or via your own state's exchange if there is one in your state. I highly encourage you, if you get Medicare or buy a plan through the marketplace, to use medicare.gov or healthcare.gov to find more information as well as easy access and links to your own state's available plans. As for the free navigators available again for Medicare and marketplace members, professionals have been trained, vetted, without any financial incentive to sell you one plan or another. They have been paid by your tax dollars. Therefore, their services are free. And I highly encourage you to use their services. I so thank you for watching and for helping this little channel grow a bit at a time with your likes, comments, and subscribes. So thank you.